Agoy is a full body and mind exercise to live longer, stay young and healthy. Know all about it by reading the book The Gate of Youth Agoy. Here, listen to this. A Gate of Youth. Agoy. Written by Theodore G. Shook. A Gate of Youth. Agoy. Rightful owner, copyright 2022 of Theodore G. Shook. Reserved all rights. Free to copy or alter the book content with proper authorization and to give proper recognition to the author and publisher. Preface. This book tells about how important it is to exercise, and how to prevent aging and to prolong life up to 1,000 years or more, how it is being done and the procedures. It is now not only physically but mentally. It is through research that this book come to be. You will discover and be amazed to know what the whole concept is all about. Changes will be made in your life when you do what the book is teaching, and there will be no regrets. Agoy. Agoyology is the study of Agoy. The Gate of Youth. How it works and the benefactor that it gives the human being. It is the study of why humans grow old and its prevention. Growing old is a human problem. It goes with it sickness, pain, hard time moving, slow thinking, and many others. Many things you want to do, but it becomes impossible because of being old. The study is being made by a group of scientists and learned individuals. It is a secret, but later, one among them decided to expose it. But no one knows who among them did it. Those who learned about it also kept it a secret. Some exposed it, so what we are exposing here or revealing can't be told where or how it was gathered. Just keep on reading to find out if there's a real truth in it. You be the judge. Now it's here. Everything that is written in this book has been proven true and tested. You will know more about the prevention of aging. And the explanation is vivid and clear. That any doubt you wouldn't believe it. Before going to the main topic, so many explanations should be said, so it will be fully understood. Just take your time. The saying "you're not getting younger" will be "you're much younger now." How would you like to hear "hey man it"? That you don't change, you look the same 20 years ago. Or they say, "Are you the son of Joe?" which the Joe he was referring is you. We have to believe in something, and this is the thing that you should believe in. Read and find out. And have a wonderful experience. The saying, "life is short," is being said now everywhere. Some people has accepted that life is short because many and everywhere are passing away. Whether they like to live longer than they normally do, they just have to pass away. We can't avoid it because it's the way life is. You are born and you pass away whether you like it or not. No one has found the solution to this effect. Ever since the universe existed, the whole universe is suffering the same occurrences. The only wish from most of us or the people or mankind is to live longer and to have a healthy life. This is possible to some but not for everybody. Those who are involved in some practices, meditating, eating well, they call the right food, and many others, trying to live longer, but no one has really proven that the practices really works. But according to some scriptures says that there are people who lived up to 900 years old like Moses, and the prophet Abraham. Now you're lucky if you pass the age of 100, but you could hardly walk and you look old. Every part of your body is loose, weak muscles so weak some body parts can't move. People living on the mountain of Tibet are said to live longer than ordinary people. Some believe that fishes and some animals live longer, like the tortoise. It's said to have a lifespan of 500 years. The Great Basin bristlecone pine, Pinus longeva, has been Deemed the oldest tree in existence, reaching an age of over 5,000 years old. The bristlecone pine's success in living a long life can be attributed to the harsh conditions it lives in. Is there a possibility that humans can do so? According to Albert Einstein, there is nothing impossible under the heat of the sun. Many years ago, some came up with the idea that there is a fountain of youth. If you drink the water from it, you will become young, and live longer. Many wants to know where it is, many dream to find it, but no one knows where it is. No one came out in the open and said or yelled, "I've found it." Because there is no one who did. Maybe someone did but just kept it a secret. There are those who have stronger faith in God, don't want to live longer than it should because there is life after death with God. If you are good. So if you are not ready, it's up to your decision. The longer you stay alive, you become older, your appearance changes. Why? The learn tells you that is the way it is, and you can't change it. God wants it that way and you can't change it. What they cannot explain, they mention God's name, to play safe, but the scientist says that there is a formula to everything that is in the universe or thing that exist, like water, H2O and many others. That is why it came to be. So even atom itself has a formula, so not everyone knows all the formula in this world. Otherwise all problems will be solved, all will be fixed, cured, and put in order. As always, God knows the answer. If one formula is discovered, it is the help of God, but it is said God gave the humans free will to think and do and to discover. Many did and many yet will succeed. That will be the day. Technology has come and human knowledge has increased, discoveries is faster, and getting old will not be a problem anymore, as it was said that there is a formula to everything. So to stop the process of getting old, there is a formula and it is called Agoy. Pronounce Agoy. Those who are interested will apply as a member. But it is so secretive, an oath must be taken. A member must take full concentration, acceptance, and full devotion to the process. Interview is being done, background check. Character and behavior is very important. When you pass this, there will be 1 month training. Only those who will pass will be qualified. When we are born, there will be changes as time goes by. There is development, and we become bigger and bigger, and our appearance also changes. Those who do some exercise have firmed muscles and are strong and considered healthy and strong. For how long? What exercise should they do to stay that way? Getting older. Getting older is very normal occurrences seen in everyday's life and very normal should be. Everybody should get used to it. But why? Many cannot accept it, and they try to prevent it, and some easily give up. There seem to have no cure or prevention. Some just gives up, some just continue to try to find ways to solve the problem. They have medicine, or supplements anti-aging, so they try to take the risk, the chances, and use them, to find out if it works. This process goes on. And it will continue, long as there are people in this planet. This topic of being old I am referring to is only to humans or anything that has life, and that's one of the reasons why they pass away. Because of aging. Now the question is why? Why do we get old? Why the cells in the body get weak? Then there is malfunction of the organs. The organs gets weak and will not function in a normal manner, as it should be. There is answer to this question. The scientists have their own story, the laymen also have their own. But Agoy has all the answers. When a human male sperm enters the egg cell of a woman, it will germinate into a baby. After 9 months it is born. It continue to develop, until it reaches maturity and it stops. Then getting old takes place. Why should this happen? In fact it should not. But aging is there while developing it makes the body weak. In development the cells are close together forming a mass called muscle. Mostly around the bones this muscles have some sort of electricity connected to the brain, and the brain commands it to move and it moves. That's why everybody knows with the help of the muscle we can walk, move the fingers, talk, and eat. The brain also has muscles to put it together and the bones to maintain its shape to do a good performance. So the muscles must be firmed to have a good communication with the brain. The muscles of the arm and the leg, the muscle are around the bones to firm it and keep in shape. Without the bones the muscle will just be a mass of meat. Well, each one has its purpose. If you see the normal baby, the skin are smooth looking fresh, the muscle so firm around the bone. As the baby start to walk the muscle developed and there will be strength so the baby could walk, there is a good contact with the brain and the baby's whole body, and this will continue until maturity or fully grown, the development stops. The muscle continue to function but it becomes weak, as time passes by. So he exercises to firm the muscles, keep it in shape. So he will be able to walk or have good performance in what he does. As the cells in the body start to separate, the muscles becomes weak because of the pull of gravity and the atmospheric pressure that is around us, and the food we eat, especially fats, it goes between the cells to separate them. The gravity, it pulls the cells of the muscles away from each other. That's why the flesh with weak muscles hangs and dangles. Some of the cells becomes wrinkled, a look of aging. Then you exercise again and again, but you cannot cope up with the separation process. The separation for the cells that stick together in the muscles to make it firm. When you become weaker and weaker, you cannot exercise anymore. Most of persons who exercise carry heavy exercising device for so many hours, and walking and running at a long distance. How long will you do this? Then you have to stop. When you stop you cannot bring back the cells together, the muscles becomes loose, and when it's loose, it's weak and the contact with the brain is weak. The so-called electricity or magnetic field, whatever is called, doesn't connect anymore or become very weak. Then the person will not function as well as it should be. Some becomes paralyzed or bedridden, you can't eat well or not at all. So with the brain. The brain cells in the head also has muscles, it is also subject to be separated. When the brain muscles becomes weak, some veins, ruptures and disorder will occur. And it will not function as it should be. It is very important the cell will stick together. The kind of food you eat can make the body weak, or make the body cells fall apart. There are so many books written now about good food that you should read that will help you get stronger and health, but at the end of what you read, it says that you exercise. Coping up with the changes, it's very hard to do for those who don't have the knowledge. As I have said, there is a formula for everything in this universe. When the semen of a male human unite with the egg cell of a female human, it will start to fertilize and develop into an embryo to form a human baby. The baby is made out of millions of cells which need substance to survive, and they will grow to the shape the DNA wants it to be. Some will become stout and some thin and some medium. Depends of what they eat from the ovary till birth and up to the time they grow up. It's very important what they eat, and it should be the right amount. The food is absorbed by the cells. If it is too much, the food will expand the size of the cell as well as all the cells that is attaches to it. That's where abnormalities occur. Some substance doesn't leave the cells but stays there with it, and the baby will look stout. Now, the cells are going apart, the muscles become weak because the strength reduces. Like any hard substance, it becomes soft when it Stretches because the molecules separates but the muscles becomes hard again when it exercises. If it don't, the muscles will dangle and will look bad. The muscle surrounds the bones and the muscles are surrounded by the skin issues to keep the muscles in shape. If the body becomes stout and become thin, the muscles returns to its original shape, but some parts of the skin remains loose and wrinkles will appear. Another sign of old age. Again, as it was previously discussed, growing and body changes. Growing is the development of the body to reach its intended shape or form, then it stops. Then there will be some changes that will occur to the body, but that is no longer growing process, so the body don't grow old, it becomes old, as being explained why and many other reasons. We communicate to each other, hate, love, understand, forgiving, fear, and many others that I can mention, which you already know. Again, from the egg cell the germination starts with the DNA developing, forming all the parts of the body, like it's being programmed to do so. When the brain is completed, it starts to function as it should be, make the body move, observe the environments and adapt itself to it. But the mother has to feed the baby. It was programmed that way. When the stages has reached its maturity, it can survive as it's supposed to do. The brain has a memory bank where all the information that is being stored can be related to others or talked about, and it is kept there for a long time, as long as the brain memory bank is strong and healthy. Once it becomes weak, it will malfunction and you will have a lost memory. You can suffer amnesia. A weak brain is caused by muscle lost. All the flesh that is around the brain are all muscles. This also becomes weak, the cell falls apart, the circulation of the blood is slower than it should be. There should be a normal flow of blood in the brain and the whole body, for a good distribution of the nutrient the body needs. The brain has the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Most of you know this, especially those who have knowledge of psychology. The conscious mind is the way we think and see things as they are. We talk to each other, listen and answer, see and hear, etc., while the subconscious mind is what they call the inner mind deep inside the brain, which control the conscious mind. The cells of the body has its own individuality, it has a function of its own, it lives and it dies, so it can be communicated or contacted by the brain, and commands it what to do. That's why it can function like moving the muscles, absorbing, healing, repairing the damaged part of the body. It distributes the energy that the body need, like food, water, air, all the necessity of the body. It can function on its own, so it can communicate by the media that the brain is using. That is also why our body was developed, all cell working together in unity. So to prevent aging, procedure of keeping the cell together is very important. It is not an easy task, but it can be done. When the cell of the body is being separated, the contact with the brain becomes weak and the distribution of the supplement to the body becomes slow. The supplement is to make the cells alive and function well, adhering to other cells. The supplements should be distributed to all organ of the body, so it will stay alive and functioning well, including the brain. If the body don't take the supplements on the right time, again the cells becomes weak. Malnourished people can't function well. The brain must be kept healthy so it can distribute the message to all the cells of the body. Like in the appliances, if there is a loose connection, it will not function. The electricity will not be distributed in the machine, the power, coming from the source, same like the brain. There will be right steps to protect the brain to be discussed later. Agoy. Reason why we exercise. Reasons why exercise. Any kind of exercise is to keep the body fit and in good shape. That's what the common reason that is said but it really don't tell the real purpose, and how the development take place. In Agoy we will tell you why step by step. When you lift up something the muscle contracts so it will become hard so that there will have energy to lift the object, which is being commanded by the brain to do so. When the muscle contracts it squeezes all together all the muscle around the area. Thus it joined close together with the other cells, some that are being separate by a cause, like fats, and too much stretching. While doing the exercise it squeezes the fats away and the separated cell will join the separated one together, but it will not happen in one day exercise, but it will take time to do so, could be months, cause the separation of the cell took several months. Also, the most important when you exercise the contraction of the muscle, and that is where your comments, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much.